calling upon all of you, the internet's time wasters and troublemakers, to join me once more in just 5 to 10 minutes of minor effort. I need you to do this. Once more unto the breach, my friends. Simply go to this URL and tell the FCC to preserve net neutrality and Title II. Once again,
comedian John Oliver issued a call to action on net neutrality on a recent edition of Last Week Tonight. He urged people to flood the Federal Communications Commission with comments to defend the regulation. Well, today, some of the biggest tech companies like Facebook and Google are participating in what they call a day of action. It is a protest of the FCC's plan to roll back Obama-era net neutrality rules.
Now, the rules adopted in 2015 increased government oversight and required online service providers to treat all internet traffic the same. They prohibit the slowing or blocking of websites' content while treating other sites differently. But in May, the Republican-led FCC voted to start changing net neutrality rules. CBS News contributor Nicholas Thompson is editor-in-chief of Wired and joins us at the table. Hey, Nick.
Good morning.
Good morning. The way you were looking at the camera was kind of funny. Okay, first give us a net neutrality 101 lesson, a very quick one, and why it matters.
So net neutrality is the principle that all of the information that flow over the pipes that come onto your computer, right? So when you type in a website, information flows over pipes, it comes to your computer. Net neutrality is the principle that all that information has to be treated the same. So the companies that own the pipes can't say, you know what, we don't want that website to be fast, we want that one to be slow, and we don't like what that one is saying, so we're going to stop it all together. And maybe you'd like a tiered plan so you can get Wikipedia, right? So net neutrality is a very important principle to people on the internet.
So who are the companies that are pushing a repeal of net neutrality?
Well, the people who own the pipes, right? Verizon, Comcast, Time Warner Cable, AT&T, though their position is kind of complicated right now. But basically, if you own pipes, you want to be able to make a lot of money off of them by charging websites to travel over them.
And their point is that we own them, we should be able to do what we want with them, and the government shouldn't be involved.
And if we make more money, we'll invest more heavily in them, and you'll get faster speeds. We have had the principle of net neutrality, though, almost since the beginning of the internet, and it's flourished pretty well. It's working out pretty well, and it's a very innovative open space.
So we reached out to the FCC, and they said they did not have a comment about the day of action. What's their argument?
Well, what the FCC is saying is, look, number one, let's not regulate, right? In order to protect the pipes and to make sure that they're free, you have to pass regulation. So if you're totally against regulation, you might say that. Number two, they're very close to the telecom companies. They want to do what's right for the telecom companies. They will argue that if you give the telecom companies more freedom to control their pipes, they'll innovate more. What everybody else is saying is, no, every time you relax and let the telecom companies do what they want, they stifle innovation. It's not good for everyone. And in fact, the core point of net neutrality is that the internet has been a place of openness. It's a place where you can start a company, where you can do what you want, and you can be reasonably certain that if you put a website on the internet, people will be able to get to it. But if we don't have net neutrality, and you start a company that is opposed to something that Comcast is running, and is a competitor to something that Time Warner Cable has, they can shut you down. So it's not just competition, it's the entire principle of the internet. That's why people are so riled up about this.
Have Facebook and Google have a complicated relationship with net neutrality?
They do, because all of their engineers are in favor of it, and the corporate executives, maybe they like rules that favor big companies. So they're in a complicated spot, but they are behind this today.
All right.
Nick Thompson, thank you very much.
Thank you.